Welcome everyone to the Devil Dog Gaming Christmas Spectacular with special guests Flag Shitscoff, the Unknown Alcoholic, it's Frank and Dink. That there Cajun guy. Of course, Tough McDuckett. Don't forget AJ the Boss. Gemini O. And last but not least is Doofus and the Dog. Now here's your host, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, the Devil Dog.
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and for this finale episode of Devil Dog Gaming, I have spared no expense. We're pulling out all the stops and bringing back all your favorites for this ultimate Christmas spectacular episode. We have everybody.
Hey, Devil.
What?
They all died.
What?
Yep, they all died. Huge
Oh my
car
God,
accident.
really?
Yep, elbows and assholes everywhere.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Oh.
they were scraping them for about hours now.
Dear God!
Oh, well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, God! Apparently, all the guests decide to save some money by carpooling together, and some dumbass let the unknown alcoholic drive. And he drove the minivan off the cliff and they all died. Oh, no. How am I going to have a show now?
Well,
What?
fuck them. Do it without them.
Just do it with,
Yeah.
do it without him?
Do the review.
All right, fine. All right, here's a review for Jumanji The Next Level then. Warning, the following movie review is rated R for retarded. In a world full of crime, corruption, and destruction, one man decides to review movies. This is Devil Dog at the Movies. Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another movie review. This time, as you can tell by the thumbnail, is Jumanji The Next Level. Before I get into the review of the movie, I have to say, when we went to the theater, it was a part of this special double feature where you got to see Jumanji The Next Level and you got to see the Video Game Awards on the big screen, televised. And the really weird thing is they had prizes you could win, but then they went and when everybody left, they gave everybody a free Stadia system. Yeah, there's a code on the back here, and they tell you to go to this website, and you give them the information, and they send you a free Stadia system. Yeah, you get the Premier Edition, you get a Stadia controller, the Google Chromecast Ultra, and 3 months of Pro. Personally, I'd rather just be kicked in the balls real hard. I think I'd get more pleasure out of that than a Stadia. But, once again, I want to thank the local cinema. Nonetheless, that's still pretty nice to be giving them out to people. Now, about Jumanji, The Next Level. Honestly, hands down, I have to say that this movie is significantly better than the last one. The last one was very good. It had a lot of good, funny parts in it. And this time, the entire cast returns with a couple of new people. They bring in Danny DeVito as the one kid's, uncle, and his friend is in it as well, his older friend. And it's at first I was worried about how they were going to do this, because if you see the trailers to it, you see that basically the one nerdy kid from the first movie gets the remains of the video game system and rebuilds it so he can go back into the game. And the reason for this is, even though his life has changed, he got a girlfriend, and he started feeling good about himself, he still had that urge to want to be Bravestone, The Rock's character, again, because he was a total badass. So he pretty much rebuilt the system and went inside of it so he could be in the game again. So after a while, all his friends are like, what the hell's going on? Where is he? And they go and they see, oh crap. They hear the drums. They go to the basement. They find the machine. It's all jerry-rigged together to where it barely works. And they're like, oh, well, we got to go in. We got to save him. So they go into the game. But here's the nice little twist with it. One of the people there doesn't get to go into the game. They're left behind. And when they end up there, they're like, they're looking around. They're like, oh, look, I'm Ruby Roundhouse again. And it turns out that Danny DeVito's character pretty much got sucked into the game along with his old friend, to where he's The Rock. And basically, Mouse Spinberg or whatever, the guy that is normally was played by the football player. He's the old guy, and they do a really good job with this because there's several parts in this movie where they're constantly swapping back and forth with each other in terms of the bodies that they're in, and the actors do a really good job of portraying each individual character as they're in their body. I mean, this time you got Jack Black, instead of playing a girl, he's pretty much playing the football player, the black dude, and he does a really good job of it. And this time it centers around a new villain, and you got to get this crystal from him, and because it's pretty much caused Jumanji to turn into a desert. So they have a lot of different varieties in terms of the environments that they deal with in this version. I mean, they're not, they are in the jungle for a short bit, but then they go to, like I said, they get on a plane, they get thrown out into a desert, they trek across the desert until, they get to the bazaar, and once they get to the bazaar, then they go to another place and end up in a big big old snowy mountaintop where the main bad guy is at, and they have a big epic finale fight and everything. And honestly, it's got a lot better effects than the first movie did. I liked it a lot better. I think it was a little less on the comedy aspects than the first one, but the jokes they did have actually were a lot funnier. So instead of more jokes, there was less jokes, but they seemed funnier. And the overall plot was a lot more cohesive than the first film. And they even kind of set it up at the very end where you kind of know, okay, there's probably going to be another Jumanji. Honestly, I can recommend this movie. I can recommend it hands down. Go and see it. It's actually worth the price of admission. The Rock's acting is phenomenal. All of them do a great job, but I think The Rock, hands down, is just funny as hell in this movie. Honestly, and Danny DeVito's character is great too. Now, at this point is where it's going to be, I wouldn't really say spoilers, so it won't ruin the movie if you listen to this part. It's just a couple certain tidbits that I have to point out about the movie. And that is, they seem to give, Danny DeVito, never really has this accent, okay? But when the characters are portraying him, when The Rock's portraying him, he gets this weird kind of Jewish stereotypical accent. And I didn't notice that from Danny DeVito. And, it jumps around because they introduced some new characters into the mix as well. Because the nerdy kid that went back into the game to begin with wanted to do it so he could be Smolder Bravestone again. But this time, he's pretty much put in the body of this Asian thief who's great at lockpicking. So, it's really interesting there. And then on top of that, when they get the whole band back together to go in there to save them, when they finally actually get the plane guy back in and the other girl, the girl is actually a big black horse. She can't talk or nothing. And they did add some couple neat little things to it, that each of the characters, they had a new weakness and a new specialty. Like Finbar, the black guy who is in charge of holding the backpack and stuff like that. He has the ability to talk to animals, and that's how he can communicate with the camels in it to get them to listen to him. That's also how he can talk to the horse, who is the one lady. And then you have Ruby Roundhouse. Her new ability now is the fact she could use nunchucks. So, and it doesn't come into play until the very end. I was kind of disappointed with it, but honestly, the fight scenes are a lot better. Smolder Bravestone, they don't really get into the detail of this, but they actually gave him a weakness this time of Switchblade. Now, at first you think, oh, does that mean he gets stabbed? But no, there's some guy named Switchblade, and, they just kind of run from him. So they never really get into the detail of how Switchblade actually really, really would stop Bravestone. And, it's really interesting, the nice little additions they have in it. Like I said, the effects are way better. It's got a lot more action sequences. It flows a lot nicer than the last one. Hands down, this is actually an improvement over the last Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. And I can actually, like I said, recommend it to you. And, I forgot to take this off. This tracking device. Yeah. Turn this thing off. But, honestly, like I said, great game. Well, great game? No. Like I said, great movie. I can actually highly recommend it. Go see Jumanji, The Next Level. It's actually really cool how they play it off as if the video game system is malfunctioning. Now, I've got to ask you people out there in Gamerland and on Devil Dog Gaming, do you think I should give this code away so somebody can get their own Stadia? Does anyone out there want a Stadia? I think it's $120. It's not bad. Leave in the comments below what you think I should do. Should I actually just get this, try it out? Should I get it and smash it? Or should I just give the code to one of you Devil Dog gamers out there? Would you like the code for a free Stadia system? I don't know, but leave it in the comments below. Remember, hit that like icon if you like this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell to stay updated whenever I release any new videos. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.